Alright, trade recap. So today I was definitely bullish, but okay, I wasn't definitely bullish. I was bullish, but I also thought that we could have bearish action because we were moving out of this bearish daily imbalance. But I had to think about the narrative and the overall picture. Narrative is that we're moving out of this daily gap, and that's internal range. So now we're going to move to external range, which is going to be these highs. So that was my bias, but for a while I thought, okay, we might be bearish because we're moving out of this daily gap. We produced a 1 hour inversion bearish there, and that influenced my bearish bias. So here, the trade that I took was this trade. Right at open, it was based off of this inversion. I entered it like there. Stop was initially there, and then I, was targeting a 1 to 3. Um, I've learned from a lot of backtesting that a lot of the time, for example, we've got this 1 hour gap, 1 minute gap here, and in terms of stop loss placement, I've got to look inside that wick and see on the 30-second what have we got inside of that wick. So if we go down, then we can see that this is the final third candle inside that wick. So I'm going to put my stop below there. So I put my stop below there. I actually put it at the midpoint of the body, and I just with pot luck don't get stopped out of this position. So I guess it must have been there, right? And then we just chop, chop, do whatever, in drawdown for a while. Then we get into profit, and I get a 1 to 1 worth of profit. That's the most I get. So once I basically got stopped out, I had to kind of reposition how I was thinking, how I saw the trade, because it was almost as if this movement was now a re-entry. So now this trade was kind of almost based. I got stopped. Imagine I got stopped here, and it was based off of this 5 minute inversion with a stop there. And then with 5 minute inversions, I only take 1 to 1s. Well, that moved quick. Alright, anyway. I only take 1 to 1s with a 5 minute inversion. So I took this trade and I exited at the 1 to 1, and that's it. I got a bit less than a 1 to 1 because in the time where I needed to think about whether I should get out at a 1 to 1 because of this price action, because of the 5 minute inversion, because of the theoretical stop out, price had come down a bit, but basically a 1 to 1 of profit, and that's it. Could actually move my stop a bit higher, but yeah. And as you can see, it's come back up again. These were the data highs that I was watching, or I was just very aware of with these data highs from like a 8:45 Trump tweet, and that would have been my main target for the trade. This 1 to 3 point, I think it can get hit, but I just got out because this price action's terrible, and I don't really want to be participating in a market like that and be risking capital in this kind of market.